Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Glory Reds podcast. It's your boy Don Benito, and today we're going to talk about the derby and how everything just unraveled and where we are. We're going to talk about Eric Ten Hag. We're going to talk about the players. We're going to talk about the game in general, and just have a different. I'm going to have a different say to what transpired yesterday. Maybe a lot of you are not going to agree with some of the things that I'm going to say, but that's just the beauty of this. It's very nice to see this in all different angles. And yeah, I'm very calm. I am upset, I am sad, or whatever you want to call it. After a heavy defeat, um there's that, like the players are also feeling the same thing. Like there's 1 or 2 days, it's a big game. It was a big game. We lost 3-0 at home, so it's just one of those things where you just need to recover. So honestly, I'm down, but I'll be good. I'll be good. But let's dive straight into that game. Whew. you know Last night I found myself again, for whatever reason or for some crazy reason, defending Eric Ten Hag, defending his team, my team. Why? I don't know. I shouldn't, but I did. I was taking flack from all directions, all places, and I don't know. At some point, I found myself. I started asking myself, but dude, why? Why are you just? And then I just go back to, like, no, 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 the football. I go back to the football, and for some reason, we are watching Man United and Eric Ten Hag in a whole different light. Now, everything that happened yesterday was absolutely unacceptable. Starting from, I will get to Eric Ten Hag, but I think I want to start off with the players. I honestly don't believe that Eric Ten Hag sat there and picked a starting 11 that he thought will go out there and do the bullshit that they did yesterday. I honestly, in my heart of heart, believe that. There's no way that he sat there and was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick a team that's going to get smashed by Liverpool, or the boys that I'm picking. Like, there was no idea, or there wasn't any sinister move on the manager's part to try and sabotage the game. Absolutely not. He picked the best players that we have currently right now, and they just didn't deliver. Now, you know, something that's annoying me so hard, is how, okay, I get that the blame is on Eric Ten Hag because he's the manager, but the arguments and the allegations and whatever it is that are being thrown at Eric Ten Hag, some of those questions, or some of those, whatever it is that people are saying about him, in a weird sense, it's something that you need to be asking the people above. But I'll get to Eric Ten Hag. Yesterday, the players absolutely let us down. They also let Eric Ten Hag down. And I'll start with the senior players, because the senior players always seem to be the people that always disappoint us. And it is the kids that actually deliver. Unfortunately for us in England, or in Manchester United per se, because I think other clubs are very comfortable with playing kids and getting them up to speed. Like, you look at Barcelona. Now, I know the football in La Liga, whatever, is different, but you look at Barcelona, you look at Real Madrid, you look at Man City with the Rico Lewis and the Oscar Bobs and the McEntee, integrating small players, allowing them to play. We for some reason don't do that. Like, there is a certain fear, and I understand it, because you can't necessarily put all the responsibilities on a kid. It doesn't work like that. You can't just, you see, like Kobe Manu. I'm gonna say something that is outrageous. right? Something that's completely outrageous, but I want you guys to understand me. Don't take me out of context or whatever. There were moments in that game where Kobe Manu was disappearing. Now I know I've picked the wrong person to start my argument in, but I'm trying to make a point with the kids. There were moments in that game where Kobe Manu disappeared. Now, because he's a kid and he's upcoming, we are in that situation where we're like, nah, we can't let him do this. He's working by himself. He's doing that. He's doing that. Honestly and seriously, I don't think anybody can really tell us if Kobe Manu is a defensive midfielder or is a box to box or is a whatever, like a cap, like what's going on. He just seems to be in that midfield, knitting things together, just making sure that we are okay, making sure that he stops some attacks, he progresses the ball there and there. Again, I am not shitting on Kobe Manu. The reason why I was talking about the kids is because I was like, it's at Manchester United where kids are not given responsibility. Now, Kobe Manu out of our midfield, and I'm sorry for singling him out. I was just trying to make a point, and please don't try and connect what I was trying to say. Nah, Kobe Manu was our best player, our best midfielder. You can't have Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes and Kobe Manu, and then the best midfielder amongst those is Kobe Manu, the kid. When you have Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, it is unbelievable. Casemiro yesterday, yes, the two goals were started because of him. Now I know everybody's giving him that bullshit, all that flack. You know, like, no, it's Casemiro that lost the ball. Fine, cool. That's your argument. I take it because that's what happened. He lost the ball and then Liverpool capitalized and did the business. My argument is, okay, so Casemiro makes a mistake. Are we not trying to recover? Are we not trying to defend? What the fuck is going on? So in that first goal, I think the Diaz header, for me personally, the person at fault, the person who's really at fault, apart from Casemiro, is De Ligt. And I know that's gonna be like, wait, what? Yeah, because you look at the movements of how that game went. Either De Ligt, Martinez didn't trust Delo, and understand how I didn't even mention Delo because that ball came from that side, the left side. Everybody seemed, De Ligt, Martinez, and Delo all seemed to be pulled that way. How? How? Why is De Ligt being forced to leave his post here? Because that header from Diaz and like that Sabotla and Diaz header, that thing could have been prevented. Now, Onana is also another fucking problem that I'm done with Onana. I think I've been done. I think you guys know that I've been done with Onana. But that move yesterday, I don't understand what the hell was going on with our centre backs. Something was off. Because if Delo and Martinez are dealing with Mo Salah, why does De Ligt have to get pulled in? Why does he have to get sucked in so much? If you go back and replay, and I even said it in the group chat with the guys, I was like, I personally blame De Ligt for this goal, but you guys are not ready for this conversation. I know everybody's gonna go on Casemiro, but how many times have we made mistakes and still fixed the problem? Like now, so he's yes, it was a catalyst, but then what happened to our defense? What the fuck happened to our defense? This now goes, yesterday when I was watching that game, I just kept saying, Euro, please come back. Euro, return fast because you are our best centre back. He is better than the Butcher. He is better than De Ligt. He is better than Maguire. He's better than Varane. Euro is the best defender. Based on the little that I've seen, he's the best defender that we've got at Manchester United. And I can't wait for him to come back because he's going to solve a lot of fucking problems for us. Now, I know when I say that, we're waiting, I'm not giving an excuse for injuries. Understand that. I'm not blaming injuries on anything. That was last season's story. This season is not that same story. Yesterday, it was our players that just fucking didn't do the job. Bruno Fernandes, one of my favorite, in fact, my favorite player at Manchester United. Absolutely since when does Bruno make bad decisions? Since when does Bruno make the wrong decision? Since when does Bruno give complacent passes? In the game, as the magnitude of Liverpool versus Man United, my skipper down tools. He knows it. And funny enough, I feel like my captain has got a bad record against Liverpool. As a captain, even as a player, I don't think he's actually gotten much out of Liverpool. Every time he plays Liverpool, there's always some sort of weird overcompensation. I don't get it. Yesterday he was off, and he was pissing me off. Giving unnecessary passes. Yesterday we lost because we didn't have our shit together. Don't come at me with this style of play. Everybody keeps talking about style of play and doing this thing. I get it that you guys are complaining about the style of play. But what was Liverpool's style of play? Liverpool are just organized. They just deal and take care of the ball very, very carefully. They don't misplace passes. Their attacks are very clinical. They're very clinical on the ball. They just get everything on point. When it is one-on-one challenges, they make sure that they win. They win the aerial duels. They make sure they put in the tackles. When they are marking their men, 2 or 3 men on one man, they are doing the basic things. Yesterday, we were so complacent. Trying passes that, not being strong on the ball, being bullied on the ball. It was shocking yesterday to see our best midfielders, Casemiro and Meno, being bullied on the ball. It was weird. Now, I know everybody's going to come here and start saying, no, Kobe Menu is a kid. He was tired. He played the Euros. Listen, you're going to keep giving excuses. Let's just say that our midfield is not balanced. And Kobe Menu is doing this. Yesterday's game, our midfield performance, our midfield display was just screaming Ugarte. Because if Ugarte is there, he fights for a lot of those balls. We don't lose a lot of balls in the midfield. We don't lose a lot of balls in our close to our box because Ugarte is there. Ugarte is fighting for that stuff. But did you hear what Erik ten Hag said in his press conferences? That it might take, how the gaffer is. He brings in a player, and then that player doesn't slot in immediately. Nah. Take some time. And he's saying the same thing about Ugarte, and which is very true because Ugarte hasn't played a competitive match since the Copa America. He never played any competitive match for PSG. He was not training with them fully entirely. He wasn't really integrated into the team. So Ugarte still has got some time to come into Manchester United. Now, I don't know if Erik ten Hag is just pulling a fast one on us, and then we might see him against Southampton. I don't know. But this is now the international break. Ugarte might go and play for Uruguay. And if he plays, it'll be like, Gaffer, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean that this guy cannot be? If he's going to go and represent his country and plays and he's fit, then this man has to play against Southampton. He has to. Now, Casemiro had a bad day yesterday. Bad day at the office. He misplaced a lot of passes. The 2 balls. People are saying they're fouls. I get it. I understand. But to me is not. Casemiro, you know better than that. Since when do you get bullied off the ball the way you have been? Push, come on. You're better than that. You're world class. You are just having a bad day. So let's not, and it was just bad. And it was actually even painful and sad to watch. Bruno Fernandes just making wrong passes. And then, hey man, one of the things that irks me about United, and it has been a disease that has been going on at Manchester United for long, is this ability to give away control of the game. In the early stages of the game, everything was good. the beginning stages of the game, everything was good. We're knitting passes together. We were confident. And I don't know what happened. The boys just switched off, started giving fucked up passes, and then it just went downhill from there. Now, Eric Ten Hag, his selection now again, there's something weird going on with this Marcus Rashford. He came out in his press conference and backed him again. He said Marcus Rashford created the 2 chances for Xerxes. Unfortunately, it hasn't scored. He keeps backing this player up. Now, either Marcus Rashford is going to be his downfall, or he is literally about to become a genius. And Marcus Rashford is about to give us 25 goals this season and 12 assists this season. I don't know. Because he says that they'll come. I think Rashford, that thing for they'll come time has passed. Because he's not a baby anymore. Rashford is a man. He needs to be able to take the criticism. He needs to be able to deal with the consequences of the performance. He was absolutely shit. Apart from the 1 or 2 passes that he pinged there and there, what else did he do? Since when does Marcus Rashford get bullied by Trent? Since fucking when? Like, it's unbelievable how Marcus Rashford is just a fucking shadow of himself. It is annoying. And the thing I have a huge problem with is that this guy played 90 minutes. Garnacho came out. Ahmad came on, and immediately in the first 5 minutes, he had the most touches in the opposition box. I think in Liverpool it was Salah or whatever, and then the highest for us was Ahmad. Like, what the fuck? What is it that Eric Ten Hag is not seeing? I'm sorry, I'm calling my gaffer out. I love him, and I'm not even Eric Ten Hag out. Believe me. I am in no place to say Eric Ten Hag out. I'm not saying it. I am still with him. He just needs to trust himself, grow balls, and fucking change. There is nothing wrong with admitting that you're wrong. There is nothing wrong with taking advice or hints from people that are watching from the outside. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with admitting that there's nothing wrong. But to sit here and keep backing players that seem like they wouldn't even back you is heartbreaking to see. And my heart goes out to Ten Hag for that. Because I know, like, I'm trying to picture myself as Eric Ten Hag, the gaffer. Like, I'm looking around and Rashford is there. Rashford can be a problem. He can be a menace to society. You see him in training, what he's doing. And then you're like, but this kid can do something. He can. You back him. Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag is really, he's a teacher. He is a teacher. And that is one thing I would say I can't fault him for, because he's really trying to get the best out of Rashford. It is Rashford that is disappointing. Unfortunately, it's not the other way around. And unfortunately, by backing him, he's receiving the blunt force, like he's receiving the stick from us. I watched the press conference yesterday and he sits there with his chest out, and I respect the gaffer for that. And he's protecting his players. He's protecting his players. He's saying, nah, he is doing that. And I respect that. But for me, what I don't understand and what I will never understand is this weirdness with Marcus Rashford. Why is Marcus Rashford playing 90 minutes and not even delivering? The biggest game. Marcus Rashford used to eat Liverpool for lunch. Marcus Rashford, these big 6 games, he used to gobble them. What the fuck? Even if he has a bad season throughout, like other teams. But top 6, he would have them for dinner. Why? What's happening? Bruno is annoying me. As my captain, I'm very disappointed with him, and he needs to take full responsibility for his part. He didn't lead by example. He didn't take charge. When the team needed him the most, he wasn't there. He's always quiet against Liverpool, and I don't like that. It is so annoying. You want your captain to stand out. You know, you want him to be there amongst the face, controlling, conducting, telling these people, run, you do this, come back. Nah, he doesn't. Against Liverpool, he just, I don't know. And I'm not happy. Onana, my God. Onana, Onana needs to go. Like yesterday. He needs to go. He needs to go. I don't care about a ball playing goalkeeper. I don't care about, listen, I don't care about the modern day goalkeeper. You can miss me with that. Forget this bullshit. You know, Pep really fucks with people. Pep Guardiola coming with these intricacies and what, and new term, it's messing with people. I'm sick and tired of it. Onana is shit. Onana is whack. He has his moments, but I'm sorry, he's not a Manchester United goalkeeper. He is reminding me of Fabian Barthez. He's reminding me of Barthez because Barthez, Barthez was actually good. But he had these theatrics and he had these moments of madness and you'd be like, what the hell is going on? They are sort of in the same freaking, we need a new goalkeeper. I'm sorry. We need a new goalkeeper. Nah, Onana, I don't feel safe. I don't. I used to, but now our defense also is not shaky. I mean, it's shaky a little bit. So I don't know. Yesterday I was heartbroken. And again, three without reply. Our forwards. This is where the issue is. Our attack. That's where the problem is. We are not scoring goals. And here's the funny thing. You know why I'm not even mad? Because again, like I said, I watched the football, and apart from all these mistakes and all these things, in a very strange way, we stuck it out. And when I say that very loosely in the sense that when you go back and you look at the stats, it was weird. The stats, you can't believe. You can't believe. When you look at the stats, you can't believe we received 3. That's all I can say. You see the stats, and you look at the game. I mean, you look at the stats, you will not believe we received 3 with no reply. That's just how it is. But our individual performances from the players were just bad. Bad, 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 bad. Absolutely bad. Mazraoui was okay, but I watch him and I'm like, yes, I'm backing him, but I'm like, did we really need to get rid of Wan-Bissaka? That's my one thing. De Ligt, you know, I like how we played a high line yesterday. He gave us that opportunity to do that, and his mistakes, I don't know if people are not paying attention to them, but he made some couple of mistakes. But overall, he was solid. Made a lot of blocks, and I'm cool with him. Martinez, I don't know. For some reason, he just seems unsettled. I don't know if it is the changing of center back pairings. I don't know, but something seems off. He's there, but he seems nervous. Something is not clicking. Delo, again, I don't want to go too much on Delo because I know he's some people's favorite, like he's a fan favorite, but he's playing out of position, you know. And when we play well, people give him praise. When we play bad, people always dive to the reason that he's playing out of his position, which is not fair, you know. Kobe Mainu was decent, but he was sort of running the midfield by himself, which is unbelievable. Casemiro was absolutely off. Bruno, absolutely off. Marcus Rashford, I don't know. He wasn't tracking. He wasn't helping in attack. Every time he got the ball, this thing, like he's lost it. You know, he's lost that spark is gone. He needs to find it again. I can't. I'm not waiting for him to find his spark to do. I'm not. Either you drop this guy or my friend suffer the consequences of him not providing, not doing the thing, and then you losing your job. Xerxes. Xerxes was alright, had his moments, he did his thing. I'm not even gonna talk bad about him because It's not even his fault that we bought him because, and I'm not saying that I'm not rating him. I just feel like he's not the striker profile that we needed. He's not that guy because he's sort of playing like Bruno. He's playing like a number 10. He really, really is. And there's an element of miscommunication in that final third, and I don't understand it. So, but he played very well. He's very good in the combination plays. They're knitting, making 1-2s and getting into space. He's very good. He's good on the ball. It's just it's just not working out right now. And you know, uh, it's still his first season. I believe he's gonna do something. I believe he's going to contribute to our team um, in the way, in a different way. I really do believe it. Garnacho again. He's People keep saying he likes playing from the right. No, he can play from the right. He loves to play from the left. Now, unfortunately for Garnacho and Ahmad, they have to play amongst themselves on that right thing. They have to hang it there. Like they have to deal with that situation because Eric Ten Hag refuses to drop Marcus Rashford. If he drops Marcus Rashford, he puts Garnacho on the left, he puts Ahmad on the right. We are done. Case closed. We move forward. But he's refusing to do that. I don't know why, and that saddens me. You know, I give credit to Liverpool because in as much as I'm not afraid of them, in as much as I still think Liverpool are beatable. They're just well organized. That's the thing. Klopp left a very nice lasting legacy there. This guy just came and took over. People are surprised why they didn't buy. Nah, the foundation was already there, was set. Man United has got no foundation at the moment. We are trying to build a foundation, but it is not working. It is not. And it is not going to keep on working because there's a rebuild. Remember, players have gone, some have come in. So it's a complete the change. My fears, since when I complained about preseason and all that stuff and about Ineos, I was complaining in the sense that I want Ineos to give the gaffer all his tools so that when he gets to opportunities or times or situations like this, like the gaffer has got no excuse. He's got no excuse. So I don't know, man. I'm disappointed. Yeah, it's gonna take. Today I'm down. It's still gonna linger. And I'm gonna come across a lot of news. I'm gonna come across a lot of banter. So it might take a week or so. I don't know. If I don't come across the news or people talking shit about us, then perhaps it'll fade fast. But at the moment, man, I know I'm still going to get some news. I'm still going to listen to some punditry. I'm still going to have a second opinion about yesterday's game. But yesterday, apart from everything else, our only problem were the basics. Manchester United failed to control the ball, failed to pass, they failed to fight in the middle, they failed to win aerial duels. Like Liverpool topped everything in those things, you know, chance creation, being very clinical. They literally just had everything on pat. Everything was crisp, and we were the only ones there who were sitting there holding our pieces together, and it's just weird, man. So I'm bummed. And Eric Ten Hag coming out press conference, he said what he said. I totally understand, and even the flack and stick that I was getting yesterday, I understand where Eric Ten Hag is coming from, but Gaffer, you can't keep using that we've won 2 trophies like that. That excuse has played out. I understand. Because people are asking you direct questions, but now you need to own up. Like it's time for you to say, like, what it is. You know what I mean? You can't keep saying that now. After Man City, Manchester United has won more trophies in England in the past 2 years. Yes, we have, but then how have we done that? We've had dismal season. Like the first season, yeah, we're good. We're third. Last season, what were we? We were terrible. Now we can. It's weird because he has a point. He actually has a point. Oh well. Moving forward with Manchester United, After the international break, we're playing Southampton. If we lose that game, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything in terms of I'm not backing you, my friend, because we can't lose to Southampton. Southampton has already lost. Has already lost 2 games at home or whatever. On the like, they're supposed to go back to the championship. We can't lose. Now, history, according to Eric Ten Hag history, every time, like before the international break, that's where we have these bizarre results where we're losing, winning, whatever. And then after the international break, that's when we kick in. Now, last season, that was supposed to happen. Unfortunately, we had that defensive issue and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't know. The optimist in me is saying that we're going to kick off our season at Southampton, give them a proper bollocking. If we don't smack them 3, at least 3, then I think we need to, there's a call, like we need to sound the alarm because our forwards are not delivering, and we need to understand and acknowledge that, call them out, whatever it is, to wake them up. Like, I know we don't have to abuse them, but like we need to do something to wake them up because this is not happening. It's not happening. 3 with no reply from Liverpool at home. Ah, no, man. No, 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 man. No fucking way. No, no. I can't accept that. So I'm not accepting a loss against Southampton. The ball is on your court, Eric. Don't come here and start giving us these funny excuses of yours. Drop Rashford. Drop him. If Bruno's playing cock, drop him. What? We have Eriksen there. He can play number 10. Drop him. We can't keep doing this. Now everybody is waiting for Ugarte to come there and change the game for us. Ugarte can't do this on his own. Ugarte is a part. He's just a piece to the big. He can't do it alone. He will definitely improve us 100%. He'll give Kobe Manu at least. He will relieve a lot of pressure on Kobe Manu. At least I hope to see Kobe Manu advance forward. Because Kobe Manu is actually quite creative. In the final third, he's actually very creative. So I would like to see those combinations of him with those youngsters. I would like to see that. But listen, and again, Casemiro, man, unfortunately, it's sad. It's really, really sad that he had the game that he is. But I still believe in him. But for me, yesterday's performance, that was his goodbye. Not goodbye as in we're sacking him. No, it was goodbye like you've lost your position. Now again, when I talk about what Eric Ten Hag said that Ugarte is going to take some time to get back into this team, which means Casemiro is still there. He's going to have to change it in some games. I don't know where his head is at. Maybe he needs to go on this international break and be with Seleção, seeing as he's the Brazilian captain. Maybe he needs to go there, clear his mind, being Brasileiro, and fala Portuguese with his people, and then he comes back with a different pora, and then he comes back and then he plays U Jogo U Bonito for us. Because right now he's not, he needs to go. Let him go, represent Brazil. I don't know if he's gonna be picked by Brazil. I don't know if Brazil is having international, but it's an international break. So we'll see. But moving forward, I still believe that there's a chance that we'll climb up this table. I know right now it still seems like doom and gloom, but I believe in United. I actually even believe in Eric Ten Hag. What he's saying about us right now is actually true. The football has improved. It is the individual little errors, the basic errors that our players committed yesterday. They committed so many sins yesterday. Football sins. And that is unacceptable. And that is why we lost. That game could have ended 0-0. It could have ended 3-3. That game was a draw. On paper, stats, that game is a draw. So I'm not going to sit here and say that, we lost because, we lost because of, but the overall picture The overall picture, the football that was played, what we did, what we tried to do, what we failed to do, there's improvement. I know you won't believe it, but there is. There is. It's your boy, Don Benito. Thank you for listening to the Glory Reds podcast. Peace.